Hello, Xylophoney here, and welcome back to How to Pixelmon, your instructional Pixelmon guide. Now, as you see behind us, we have the Staraptor line, and that's what this episode's going to be all about today. Relatively simple, straightforward, and very effective. So let's take a nice close gander at these. Of course, we got my Staraptor. You may have seen it before, either on previous episodes of this or my Pixelmon series. But we also have, of course, Standard Starly and its shinier edition right there. You got the nice golden look to it. Staravia in a similar color model. Or Staraptor, which has a nice blue feather instead of the red feather. As you can see, these guys can be in various sizes, this being the smallest. This being a giant one, so they can actually get pretty large. And obviously when you ride this one, it looks, pretty good. Almost matches up flawlessly, but that's not what today is for. We're not going over the aesthetics of the Pokemon, as beautiful as they are. We are going over how you can make this Pokemon truly epic and amazing for your Pokemon team. Isn't that right, Staraptor? No, not you, Staraptor. Okay, fine, good enough. So, as you can see here, we have Staraptor, who's all about attack and speed. Just to let you guys know, Staraptor is a normal and flying type, very similar to Pidgeotto or Fearow, some Pokemon you may recognize, and very similar to Braviary as well, who we have gone over before on this. The edge Staraptor has over Braviary is speed. Braviary has a base speed of, well, look, we can have a free little test right here. Here's some of the moves we have. Of course, we got the normal and flying ones, and then we also have close combat. So let's utilize a little bit of that right there, even though it's against a level 16 Geodude. No biggie. It's all good. Wait, it didn't die? Oh, jeez. You're not really looking too good right here, Staraptor. Come on. Nah, Geodude has 30, so I wouldn't be able to one-shot him anyway. Alright, but normal and flying type, very similar to Braviary. Although while Braviary has 80 speed, Staravia has 100 base speed. And although he has a little bit less damage than Braviary, I think that speed more than makes up for it. So we're definitely going to want to make this one a sweeper. Now when it comes down to the attack moves you're going to want, well, you've already seen them on this one. You have Brave Bird, which is a given for any flying type that's a physical attacker. We have Close Combat, which he learns on his own. He also learns Quick Attack on his own, Aerial Ace. Those are some good moves. Quick Attack, seeing as he's part normal type, it has a stab towards that, giving him 60 power as opposed to 40, so it's not terrible for a priority move. Not amazing, though, so what we could do is replace that with some TMs, as always. Now, for this one particularly, it is the one that I normally use here, so I think I'll be giving it a move called Giga Impact. Of course, being part normal type, it also gets a stab for Giga Impact, making this 225 damage, and I'm going to be replacing Aerial Ace, because whenever I use a flying move, chances are I'm going to be using Brave Bird, because it's just so much stronger. So we have that now, but you can also teach it moves such as U-Turn and Fly if you would like. So I could always give it U-Turn instead of the Quick Attack if you want full move versatility. But I think I'm going to keep the Quick Attack just because it can be very useful. You can decide to keep either one with you, of course. If you don't have any bug coverage, I'd definitely go with the U-Turn on it, and it'll be a very effective strategy. Now, moves, pretty simple. It learns most of them, and there's only really 3 TMs you should consider. But when it comes to training, it's also pretty simple. Now, I'm sure if you've been watching this series, you know how to EV train, so we're going to go all out in the attack and speed. Looking at the EVs on the Staraptor. And this Staraptor, we have a little tiny bit of health and then all attack and speed. So that's what we want to aim for. We want this thing to be quick and powerful. So, when it comes down to this, we want either an Adamant or a Jolly Nature preferably. Mine, I prefer Jolly Nature just to really enhance that speed. Its attack usually already 1 hits most of its targets, or 2 hits them if need be. But Adamant would also be a perfect nature. And if you can't get that, you can easily settle for a Lonely or Naughty Nature in the attack side of things, or a Hasty or Naive Nature in the speed side of things. Any of these 6 natures coupled with proper EV training will make this a very effective Pokemon. And honestly, that's about all we have to say today. Staraptor is great for a normal and flying type. He has very strong moves, very strong stabs, and as long as you're not going up against something that you're not very effective against, you should have a very strong attack and most likely a one-hit scenario. So, one more thing I guess we can go over, the items you might want on him. On mine particularly, I like a sharp beak, but I may switch that out for a silk scarf now they have 2 normal type moves. Of course, silk scarf will increase the normal type damage, so if I use that quick attack or Giga Impact, it'll be even more effective, and sharp beak will increase the flying type damage from that brave bird. Both very good choices. But you could also opt out for a choice scarf if you want it to be a Pokemon that can outspeed anyone else, a choice band if you want it to guarantee get that one hit. Or if you want to counter that recoil damage you get from Brave Bird, you could even go with the Shell Bell. That way, Staraptor will have a chance of being a much more long-term sweeper and not getting himself killed from recoil damage. But also, if you want to go crazy for recoil, you could also go with the Life Orb. However, I've found that using a Life Orb on a Pokemon that already gets recoil is pretty much a death sentence. You're not really going to be able to kill more than 2 Pokemon with him to be very effective. But I definitely suggest the Sharp Beak or Silk Scarf in this scenario. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Just a very excellent Pokemon, very nice shiny as well, and a very good time. I suggest if you want a normal flying type, this is the one you go for. Or Braviary. Honestly, they're both good, but I do like the speed better on Staraptor. Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. If you want me to go over another Pokemon, make sure to link it down in the comments below, and I will go over it to the best of my ability. I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.